All right, welcome back to US Open day number 8. And now we have Alcaraz. He is taking on Rinderknech, who they have played a couple times. In fact, I think they played this year. They did play a very close match a couple of years ago in the Queen's Club. They did play this year in Queen's Club as well, straight sets Alcaraz. And they did play the US Open in 2021. And it was a 4-set win to Alcaraz. Obviously, a lot's changed since 2021. But, yeah, Rinderknech is awkward. He's an awkward player to play. He's a crafty player. He's got, he can come to the net. He can volley. He can do a lot of things. But can he beat Alcaraz? We're yet to see it. But it's not going to be easy. Alcaraz is going to have to be sharp today. And he's been very sharp. He's been very, very good, Alcaraz, this week so far. Yet to drop a set in his matches. Yet to be troubled, really. One set against Opelka, but you'd expect that because Opelka's serve is so monstrous that, again, you would say, oh yeah, well, Opelka nearly won a set. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, it's been a very easy road. And a very good road from Alcaraz. I mean, against guys like Didiri, who's been in form, and Bellucci, who's, he's a bit flashy. Alcaraz had no problem. Winner of this match will take on the winner of Lehechka and Mannarino. Lehechka's up 2-1, 2 love. So again, Alcaraz is draw. I mean, Lehechka's again no slouch, but unfortunately, Lehechka, when he plays the big names at slams, hasn't quite put in a good performance yet. But again, Alcaraz is looking cruisy. We'll see how he does today. Let's see if we can keep it going. How are we doing, chat? What's going on? Are we ready for this? Now, we've got a lot to come over the next couple of hours. So we've got this match. We've got about 5.5 hours until the night session, which is going to be really crazy. But we've got this match. Fritz is playing as well later. Sabalenka as well. So we'll see what we do with those two. Maybe we watch them. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Depends on this match. If this match is super one-sided, we'll probably watch Fritz to fill in the time. And then tonight we've got Djokovic, we've got Raducanu playing the night session. So yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. How would you rate the US Open so far? It's been all right. It's been good. Yeah, it's been good. It's hard. The first week of slams always feels the same. Unless we get like a 5-set epic from one of the big guys, which we haven't had. Unless we get like a Fognini Alcaraz or a long 5-setter to start the tournament to one of the guys that we expected to go all the way without trouble. But we haven't really had that. We've had some upsets. We had Keys, Andreeva, Zverev, Shelton, retiring. Draper pulling out. So it's been all right. It hasn't been crazy yet. So yeah, it's been good. I've had fun. I haven't felt like it's been sort of a drag. The first week's gone pretty quick, to be honest. So that's probably a good thing. Hasn't felt like it's been a long first week. It's been eventful. I think we can say it's been eventful. It hasn't been without things happen. So bad or good, there's been a little bit of everything. We're back in the last match on crazy. No women's match have placed second at night session. Well, you call the US Open, tell that. I don't work for them. Hope Carlos can take this match easy. Yeah, the way he's been playing, he should win this. He should win this in straight sets. I don't know if it's going to be easy. It might be. I wouldn't be surprised if Rinderknech pushed Alcaraz a little bit. Like tie breaks. I'm not talking about 5 sets, but tie breaks here and there. Maybe a tie break or a couple of close sets, but Alcaraz should win this in straights. He's been playing too well not to give him full confidence. He's crushing everybody. Yeah, exactly. Rinderknech has played a lot of tennis too, so we've got to see how he looks physically too. Just got the Sinner sunscreen ad again. Yep. Everyone's been saying that ad's been playing over and over. That is the one. I think something is hurting Sinner this tournament. Just hasn't been himself. Yeah, I mean, he didn't say anything in the press conference, so I don't think so. I think Sinner was fine. Like, I don't think... I think Shapo was just raised. It was was unexpectedly good, and Sinner was maybe didn't think Shapovalov was able to push him, and was maybe underestimated him a little bit. But that changed very quickly. All right. All right. Shapo was on fire in the first set. Yeah. Hedges up to his love. Yes, he is. But he's down 5-2 in the third. So that is happening. Carlos will become number one by the end of the year. Maybe. It really comes down to this tournament, I think. If Alcaraz overtakes Sinner here, it's going to be tough for Sinner to regain the number one, considering how good he was at the end of last year. Not many points left to get for Sinner. Chat got so used to Sinner cruising away that chat is freaking out when he loses a set or his serve. Yeah, look, I think we need to just give a little bit more. Like, anyone who's pushing the panic button on Sinner, I mean, come on, it's you know, there's gonna. I mean, look, even Federer in 2006 had matches where he would unexpectedly play long. He didn't win every match 6-love. There's gonna be times where Sinner's gonna have a match where it's a 4-setter, and we're like, oh, that was interesting. But then he'll go about it and win tomorrow in straights, and we'll go, oh, okay, maybe not. You know, it's not unheard of that some of these players are going to have. I mean, Alcaraz, right, at the French Open, he had a 4-setter a couple of times in the first rounds, and then he won it anyway. So I don't think the alarm bells should be on Sinner after that Shapovalov. I think, if anything, if you're playing Sinner in the future, you could look at that match and go, okay, what did he do to disrupt Sinner? But I wouldn't be, if you're I wouldn't be throwing Sinner out just yet. Now I'm having a look here. Federer 2006. He played a few 3-setters. He played a 3-setter at the end of the season. Remember 2006 was his like crazy year, 92 wins, 5 losses. But he played 3-setters. He played a 3-setter against Srishapan where he got 7-6 in the third in the semifinals of Basel, got the win. Unexpected. He had a 3-setter in Tokyo against Suzuki, 7-6 in the third. Again, unexpected. But he still won everything, you know. He had a very close 3-setter in Halle against Rockis in 2006. Won the tournament anyway. Won Wimbledon as well. He had a 5-setter in Tommy Haas at the Australian Open in 2006. Won that match, won the whole tournament. So yeah, I don't think Sinner's. I mean, he even said in the press conference, he said he's not a robot. And it's like, yeah, we see him like so clinical all the time that when something happens, we're like, oh no, what? Oh my God, what's he doing? But yeah, he's gonna have times where people are gonna outplay him in matches. At times in matches, not maybe for the whole match, but there's gonna be moments within the match where the other guy's gonna play better. Maybe not every match, but some matches, yeah, some players are going to play better than Sinner, like Shapo did. But the thing that makes Sinner and Alcaraz great is that even though those things happen, they still end up winning. So it's not good enough just to play well for a set. You've got to play well for 3 sets, and that might still not be enough. All right, here we go, chat. Alcaraz, Rinderknech. I've got Alcaraz in straight sets, but again, I think it's going to be his closest, probably his toughest test yet. Tougher than Opelka? Different than Opelka, though. I reckon it's going to be tough in a way. Tough, like his most awkward opponent yet. Because Opelka had the big serve, and that was obviously a danger. But Rinderknech has the ground strokes and the net game that could. Again, Alcaraz has got to keep it sharp. He can't be, he can't just think that this is going to be all over in 5 seconds. But I'm going to go Alcaraz in straights. And Rinderknech, I think that we'll get a tiebreak, though. I reckon we'll get 1 tiebreak. All right. Rinderknech. I hate saying this name. It's so hard to say. I'm going to say Rinderknech because it's easier for me to say, and I'm sorry, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. Alcaraz with the volley in the net. I think it was a Rinderknech hit in the net. Hang on. What happened? It glitched. Lehecka's okay. I think Manarino's had a medical timeout. All right, 15 love. Alcaraz in the net on the volley. Why do I care about Struff but not Rinderknech? Because you're probably from Germany, maybe? I don't know. 15 love. Manarino's got a right knee injury, apparently. There you go. He's got a fault second serve. Second serve. In the back of Alcaraz. Return goes back into Rinderknech. As with a forehand from Alcaraz again to the back of Rinderknech. We're in a forehand rally now. Alcaraz goes in the line and long. 30 love. Does Alcaraz look okay? Yeah. Why? Should he not look okay? Is that Luca Pui? Oh, he's coaching Rinderknech. Did Pui retire? I thought he was just injured. Did he officially retire? Maybe I missed that. I know he had a lot of injuries, and it was he has an Achilles injury currently. Pui retired in the final of a challenger event. He later confirmed an Achilles tendon rupture, which is a horrible injury. So he must be coaching while he's injured. 40 love. Pui made the semis here, I think, back in like the 2010s. It's funny because Pui is 1 year older than Rinderknech. So it's weird to see a coaching team be almost the same age. All right, 40 love. Slice. Goes out by Alcaraz, and it's 1 love Rinderknech. Also, Manarino won the third. All right. Yeah, the Achilles rupture is brutal. It's not fun. Carlos will crush everyone in this year's US Open. Okay. Well, we're here to watch it. All right. Let's see what Alcaraz has got. Rinderknech, 1 love. Cam, you're young and you coach. What's the difference? well, it's rare to see it in the professional, like in the pros. It's different from me coaching someone who's like 40 or 50, on the in a club setting, but it's not as common to have somebody who's sort of in their 30s coaching someone in their 30s. I mean, give me another example. Because I'm sure there's like maybe one other example, maybe. But it's very rare. Especially when that player is still currently, active or just on injury list. Again, unless Puya's like silently retired. But I guess maybe he's like weighing up his options. But yeah, again, it's totally different to me coaching someone who's my age or older. It's definitely a big difference. Because usually if you're in your 30s, you're still playing. As Rinderknech hits a winner down the line, 15-0. Andy coaching Novak. Yeah, but Murray was retired. I mean, true though, age-wise, yeah. That's true. So that's one example. Is there any other examples currently though, like actively? I don't know. I'm just trying to think of young coaches. Who's a young coach? 15-0. As the backhand return goes out by Rinderknech. 30-15. I love when they just show celebrities that I don't know. Should I know who these people are? Who are they? Does anyone know who the celebrities are today? Why did Alcaraz change his shirt? I mean, he should have stuck with the purple one. Pink one is fine, but doesn't really match the shorts. 40-15. So, let's go into fashion. They're zooming in real close into this guy's face. Who is this guy? With the glasses and the hat? Who is he? He must be a famous guy because they're zooming in on his face. 40-15. Is an NFL quarterback, Russell Wilson. Oh, okay. Nice. 40-15. That goes out by Rinderknech, and it's 1-1. So the reason why Alcaraz is wearing this pink shirt today is because what happens, right? Not everybody, but the top players, especially when you look at Nike, for example, they have a day outfit and a night. Djokovic has the same, right? In the daytime, they wear one thing. At the nighttime, they wear another thing. So Alcaraz's night session is the purple, but during the day, he'll wear pink. So it's just part of the contract. But also, if you're wearing dark colors during the day, players, I mean, you don't see Djokovic wearing black during the day because it's hot. So he's going to wear a light color in the day, dark color at night. It's just makes sense. But also that's sort of how, not all players, but the top players, they'll alternate between, but depending on day or night session, what they wear. Not every player, though. Some players just wear what they get. they get this and they have to wear whatever they get. But yeah. Russell Wilson's wife is Sierra, the singer. Oh, okay. That sounds familiar. I probably heard her music. $15-0. Oh yeah, I know Sierra. I know who Sierra is. Yeah, she sang songs back in the 2000s. She's probably on my iPod. Let me check. Probably got Sierra music on here. 15-0 as Rinderknech comes to the net and wins a point, 30-15. Yep. There we go. There you go. Sierra, music. They're the three songs. I don't have 1-2 step, which is weird, but maybe that's on another playlist. All right, 40-15. What team does he play for? Rinderknech to take the lead again. He plays for the New York. The Giants. Okay. As Alcaraz hit the slice down the line for a win-up. Good pickup by Alcaraz, 40-30. Wasn't a bad drop shot by Rinderknech, but Alcaraz too quick. 40-30. Cam, can you please re-explain why Rinderknech is awkward for Carlos? Is it the type of game? Yeah, it's his game, it's his style. Whenever, it doesn't matter who you are, whenever you're playing someone who's a little bit more unpredictable, and when I say unpredictable, I mean someone who's going to like come to the net, somebody who's going to serve volley. You know, that's a big one, right? You know, somebody who's going to, you got to think a little bit more about, right? I mean, you can play, most players that we watch, you know what they're going to do, right? Alcaraz knows what they're going to do. But Rinderknech is kind of got that bit of Bublik factor, right? He's got the Kyrgios factor where it's kind of like, what's he going to do? Maybe he does do an underarm serve, right? He does have that. And it's not just for Alcaraz. I mean, if he was playing Sinner, I'd say the same thing. Like, he's just got this like awkward, he's just unpredictable. You're not sure what, you're not sure what he's going to do. He's got a good serve as well. He serves an ace advantage. Just has that game where he's not going to play 2 points the same. And that's awkward for a lot of people. Advantage Rinderknech. When did Apple stop producing iPods? I think after the 7. And then they went to touch. So I think so when iPods like that, and then they went iPod touch, and then it went iPhone, and now it's iPhone. I think they stopped that sort of iPod, like the one with the wheel, in the 7th generation, and then they went to the touch screen. So iPod touch was the evolution of that. But I love my iPod. I love this thing. This thing is so cool. I love it. It's so sick. I love the design of it too, that I was able to do this to it and make it like see all the circuit board and stuff. I still need to change the back. The back's supposed to be like black. But for now I kept it like this, so it's sick. Manarino breaks in the 4th. Oh no. But I love it, chat. I love this iPod. Somewhere to put all my CDs on. It's great. Didn't this guy have a run in with Fritz? He did, yes. A couple of times. I remember my first iPod. It was like the best thing back then. Yeah. How many gigabytes is yours? I think that's only 30. But these, like, you can actually buy things that like you can upgrade the hard drives and stuff. So I haven't gone that far. 30 gigabytes of songs is a lot. All right, Alcaraz to serve. He's serving in the sun here, Alcaraz. So let's see how he goes. There's a bit of fault second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Rinderknech. And then Alcaraz goes in line and The Frenchman slices it wide. 15-love. $15-love. As the return goes out, 30-love. Nice serving, Carlos. 30-love. Alcaraz serves again, and it's 40-love. Good serving. $40-love. As Alcaraz hits a short ball. And Rinderknech goes to the backhand, and Alcaraz behind the back wins the point. And his dad loved it. His dad's just like, you smart ass. Oh, man. What a shot. Just behind the back, little flick. Rinderknech went straight at him, and then Alcaraz just kind of reacted. And Rinderknech didn't think that was coming back. He's like, this ain't coming back. You're running the wrong way. And then, whoops. Great shot, Carlos. Oh, man. All right, 2-0. Come on. Chat, I'll say it every time. Never watched a boring Alcaraz match. Never. Never watched a boring Alcaraz match. 2-0. That was a great shot. The only way that shot's better if his Rinderknech didn't get the volley. If he didn't hit the volley. If he missed the volley, so it still won the point. But if he didn't react to it and it was a passing shot winner, that would have been the only way that could have been better. But that was insane. That was crazy. Because you got to anticipate that. You got to like start running and go, okay, there's a possibility he hits it behind me, so I've got to get ready. So he would have been watching Rinderknech. Like, there is a lot of... I mean, it's a reaction, but it's not a fluke. Like, Alcaraz meant that, right? It's not like, oh, he accidentally did this. It's like, no. He was running that one way, and he knew, like, okay, well, if he goes... I've got to make sure I have that shot ready. Like, Alcaraz wasn't a fluke. There's been a forehand from Alcaraz, and he hits it in the ground. Ooh, that was a little too much. 15-0. $15-0. $15-0. As the return goes nowhere because it's an ace. 30-15. Why hasn't Townsend started yet? Because the match is still going. Lehechka's match is still going. 30-15. As the return goes up by Alcaraz, 40-15. Rinderknech is 30. 30 years old. 40-15. And Alcaraz can't get that back either. 3-2. Rinderknech holds. All right. So Manarino is apparently up a break. Yeah, he's up 2-love in the fourth against Lehechka, who's up 2-1. But we've got a lot of doubles going on today as well. Palini and Irani are playing doubles at the moment. They're winning. Cam, do you think this will be another easy win for Alcaraz? I don't think this is going to be easy, but I think he'll win. 30 and still going strong. 30's not that old. Do you think it would be, I'm so sad for Zverev, horrible season. I feel like the second half of the year has been, he's been pretty good though, Zverev. Since the French Open, it's not been great, but I think Zverev's been, you can't say that he had a bad start to the year. Pink shirt, shaved head. Okay, cool. Yeah, this could be tricky for Alcaraz. I said this at the start. That Rinderknech is no joke. And Alcaraz has got to, he's got to stay locked in. This could get, it could be awkward. Or Ball could just ate it. And they got back up and kept working, which is great. Ouch. 3-2. The whole crowd was like, ooh, when that happened. They kept going, though. Good for the Ball kid. Hopefully they're okay. 4-4 rally. There's a 4 again from Alcaraz, the backhand of Rinderknech. Slice Alcaraz as Rinderknech forehand again to the slice of Alcaraz. Rinderknech with a drop shot. Alcaraz comes to the net, but hits it in the net. And it's love 15. No, of course they're going to show a replay. By the way, great. That was a tough fall, but bounced up. That was a good recovery by that ball kid. He went down, but then he kind of slid and then bounced back up like a cat. Very, very, very agile. That was a very good recovery. Probably painful, but still as Rinderknech is a return winner, love 30. Here we go. Chance for Rinderknech to get a break point here. Love 30. Love 30. As the return goes in the front of Alcaraz. Rinderknech. As Alcaraz with the backhand cross. Rinderknech goes down the line, but it goes wide. 15-30. Ah, 15-30. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Alcaraz serves the back in Rinderknech. Return goes long, and it's 30. Oh! All. As Alcaraz says a fault. Second serve. Serve to the front of Rinderknech. Return goes back in Alcaraz, Rinderknech forehand, cross court. Alcaraz the pass. Volley Rinderknech in the net. Oh, bad miss. 40-30. I thought Rinderknech was German because of his name. I feel like it sounds Dutch, but I'm an idiot, so what would I know? Rinderknech sounds... I mean, it kind of sounds German too. It definitely sounds... Yeah, there's no history on his name, but... All right. First serve is a fault, second serve. His mother is a former tennis pro. As that goes out by Rinderknech, and it's 3-all. His mum was a professional tennis player for France. Definitely French too. So she was French. So maybe it's his. Well, it's obviously from his dad's side, right? His dad's name is where he gets the name. All right. As we drop shot, Rinderknech. Alcaraz gets it. Rinderknech forehand in the net. Alcaraz too good. Love 15. Too quick. He's too quick. Love 15. Well, Hetch is back on serve, by the way. Hey, Galaxy, thank you for the 41 months. Appreciate that. Thanks for sticking around. His father was German. Okay. Well, there you go. What would I know? Are you AI? I don't know. Maybe. Return goes into the forehand of Rinderknech. For now on the stretch from Alcaraz goes wide. 15-all. The surname Rinderknech is German. There you go. And it stands for cattle farmer. Commonly in Switzerland. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, 15-all. As Alcaraz with the passing shot. Rinderknech volleys. Alcaraz can't get that one. And it's 30-15. Swiss-German name. Okay. So I was wrong side of the... wrong part of Europe. I went north. It's sort of middle. 30-15. First serve was a fault, second serve. Anyways, return the net by Alcaraz, 40-15. Serve again. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Rinderknech backhand. Alcaraz gets it. But Rinderknech puts away the volley. And it's 4-3 to the Frenchman. All right. 4-3. Alcaraz is playing some good points, but yet to have anything to show for it. But he is playing some great rallies, Alcaraz. I mean, he's playing some amazing points. But he just doesn't yet have anything to show for it. I played with both Sinner and Alcaraz in 2018. Cool. All right. Let's see if Alcaraz can keep hold. By the way, chat, we're almost at 300 likes. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. If you have liked the video, I love you. Oh, the Hedgehog 3-2. Okay. I'd really like Novak to get that 25th slam, but I can't see it happening. Yeah, how does he beat Sinner and Alcaraz? That's the question, right? How does he beat them both? By the way, chat, anyone do anything interesting over the weekend? Considering it's Monday, the 1st of September. How did we go from May to September in a week? I don't understand how that happened. How did that happen? I swear that last week it was May. And now it's September? How the hell did that happen? What happened? No, unfortunately. Okay. He needs them both on the opposite side to see which won't happen. Yeah. I thought it was still April. No, right? Been a weird year. Saw My Chemical Romance. I love that. And his backhand goes into the net from Rinderknech, and it's 15-love. Went to the Malaysian Independent Day party, and I'm stuffed now. Oh, nice. I thought it was still the French Open. Tennis is a non-stop thrill ride. That's true. I slept a lot to make up for the whole week and got a new suitcase. Going to London this week. Nice. Played golf. Cool. 15-love. Rinderknech backhand at the front of Alcaraz. Rinderknech forehand on the net. On the stretch goes in the net. 30-love. Love. Touched grass, watched tennis. Nice. As a return goes to the front of Alcaraz. Back in now from Rinderknech. But he hits it long. It's 40-love. Love. Alcaraz serves a fault. Second serve. When did you wake up? Yeah, midnight. The dolls back there are adorable. Which players? They're not dolls. They're action figures. Borg, McEnroe, Venus, Kyrgios, Anisimova, Sharapova, Nadal, and Federer. They're the only ones they made. They're collectible action... Well, no, maybe not action figures because they're to be played with. These are collectible items. They're not dolls. They're figurines. Collectible figurines. Do you have Labubu? Do they do tennis ones? No, I don't. Anyways, 4-0. First serve is a fault, second serve. Again, I just want to stress that they are not dolls. They're not dolls. They are figurines. As Alcaraz hits it out, 15-love. $15-love. Do you think Bublik will beat Sinner? No. All right. First serve is a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in, backhand from Rinderknech into the forehand of Alcaraz. Alcaraz in the net, 30 love. 30 love. As Rinderknech serves again. To the back of Alcaraz. Return goes in to the forehand of Rinderknech as Alcaraz back in again. To the back of Rinderknech. To the back of Alcaraz sliced into the forehand of Rinderknech. Alcaraz forehand again. To the forehand of Rinderknech in the net. 30-15. I'm a native Spanish speaker. I didn't mean to say dolls. No, it's okay. It was just a joke. We're just kidding. It was an ongoing joke. All right, 30-15. So default, second serve. As we're forehand from Alcaraz. Rinderknech forehand in the net. 30 all. 30 all. As the return goes in net by Alcaraz, 40-30. Legend's up 5-2 now. Okay. Good fight back from him. Manarino's legs are done. That's a shame. (40-30). As Rinderknech serves a fault second serve. And Rinderknech with a great serve, and he gets the lead again. 5-4. Alcaraz going to serve to stay in the set. Just got into my house. Can you please tell me who's playing better till now? I mean, it's pretty even, as the score would say. Alcaraz has played better highlights, but it's been very close. Both guys are serving. We had no breaks, no break points. Yeah, it's just been a bit of a server's day so far. But Alcaraz's got to keep it together, otherwise he could lose this set if he doesn't keep his focus. Can't wait to see Krejcikova versus Townsend, battle of the doubles queens. They already played this week too in doubles. Alcaraz will keep it together. He'll win this and then break the game after. Okay. Lehechka versus Carlos. Fritz versus Novak. Quarterfinals most likely. Yes. Pellegrino Rani won the doubles. Won their doubles match. Nice. All right, Alcaraz serving to take, or serving to stay in the set. Raducanu isn't into him, so he decided to do something drastic. God, I feel like anyone who thinks that has got too much time on their hands. You really thought about that, didn't you? You put a lot of thought into that. By the way, can we just? I want to highlight this person, because I think they're very. Like, you can have your opinions, but you shouldn't say them out loud. This person here has said, "I don't care about Irani because she's actually a lesbian, so I don't like her, and her attitude is very bad." Yeah, that's something you should have said to yourself and not out loud in a public chat room. Please don't ever come back. Goodbye. All right, 30 love. You can have your opinions, but like, give it to yourself. When it's like that. Every now and again, somebody will come in and doesn't happen often. Everyone's pretty good, pretty chill. But then every now and again, somebody will come through and say some very weird shit. 40 love. No, you're all right, Deb. I hope that person has whatever their anger towards somebody for that reason. I hope you're okay. I hope everything gets better for you, because you don't say that from a place of love. As that goes out by Rinderknech, it's 5-0. You can only wish that person well and hope that they find peace. Lehechka wins. All right, so the winner of this match will take on Lehechka. Nice. Homophobia in 25 is crazy. Yeah. I mean, look, they just got to... This isn't a place for them. Anyway, it's 5-0. As the return goes in the net by Alcaraz, and it's 15 love. Do you go on vacation after the US Open? No. I wish. No, today I am after the US Open. To be honest, I'm just gonna like do my own thing. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I don't know what that thing is, but I'm just not going to... I can't afford to travel, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have to wait until the end of the year, but... $40 love. But after the US Open, I'm just going to like... I don't know, I want to go do stuff. Like in Melbourne. I want to go to the city and just like explore stuff and... Or maybe just like do nothing and just binge watch something. Oh, chat, guess what? The other day I went to the thrift, like this really like one of those independent ones where like it's run by a family, and I found season 1 of 24. As Alcaraz hits the tape and it goes over, it's 40-15. I found the whole season 1 of 24 for $10. So that is on my list of things I need to watch. 40-15. Are we watching Taylor? We're not going to watch Townsend just because this match is very interesting, and I don't want to just have Townsend's match on in the background and we're not watching it. 40-15. There's a default from Rinderknech, second serve. As with backhand return from Alcaraz, the backhand slice of Rinderknech. Alcaraz forehand to the backhand of Rinderknech. He hits it long though, and it's 40-30. 40-30. So yeah, so after the US Open, I'm just going to focus on me, I think, for like a week or so, and just do things that I want to do or not want to do, because I haven't had time to do that this year. This year's been even the times off. The weeks off have not been weeks off. They've been doing, preparing for the next tournament or talking about the next thing that's going on or watching more tennis. So I'm actually excited to just have a week. I mean, I had that after Wimbledon where there was a week of doing nothing. We didn't stream. But I had to do a lot of like things in my real life that I had to sort out. But this time I'm going to just focus on doing what I want to do for a little bit. All right. Rinderknech holds 6-5. Did he do an underarm serve and I missed it? No. Cool. All right. Can Alcaraz get to the tiebreak? By far the toughest set that Alcaraz has played. Kind of expected it, right? Didn't think this was going to be easy. Did you ever buy any art? You were asking about recommendations sometime. If you haven't, maybe you could add to that to your list to do. No, I haven't bought anything recently. I've really gotten into like, rather than art, getting into like what do you call it? Like lamps and CD players and like furniture. So that's been my focus. Antiques, that's the word. That's the word. Yeah, I've been getting really into like antiques and kind of like interior design. Yeah, a little bit. Because I've run out, I don't have any wall space. So I can't really put too much more on the wall. So I've got to like, I've just been looking at like furniture and stuff. Like vintage stuff. Anyways, Alcaraz serving to get to the tiebreak. Let's see what happens as Alcaraz hits it out. Love 15. Love 15. Love 15. As the return goes to the back of Alcaraz, he hits it down the line for a winner, 15-0. How many weeks do you commentate? 40 to 50? 45? Yeah, about 40 to 45. Definitely on the high side of that. I think like November, December is like chill, but throughout the season, there's like maybe 2 or 3 weeks where there's not much to do. All right, 15 all. As the return goes in the forehand of Alcaraz, Rinderknech backhand as Alcaraz forehand again to the forehand of Rinderknech. Alcaraz down the line. Rinderknech slice in the net. And Alcaraz gets to 30-15. $30-15. Serve again. The backhand of Rinderknech. Forehand from Alcaraz is a slice. Rinderknech backhand down the line. Alcaraz gets with a forehand cross. Rinderknech passing shot, but Alcaraz volleys it away. 40-15. 750 matches a year, yeah. I don't think we're going to reach that this year, but it's been pretty hectic. All right. 40-15. And Alcaraz serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Second serve, Alcaraz, 40-15. As the return goes into the forehand of Alcaraz, down the line of the backhand of Rinderknech. Alcaraz backhand. Into the backhand of Rinderknech as Alcaraz backhand again to the forehand, but it's long by Carlos. And it's 40-30. 40-30. Still A chance to get to this tiebreak. $40-30. As we have a let. By the way, Rinderknech just hit a behind the back shot like Alcaraz before. And the crowd loved it, even though it was on for let. Gotcha. You know what I want to eat? I want to eat nachos. Not right now, but today. Today I want nachos. I want nachos this afternoon. 40-30. Serving to the front of Rinderknech. Alcaraz flying open court. Winner. Tiebreak. All right, here we go. Who's winning the tiebreak? Who have you got? Who have you got? I've got Alcaraz. I'm going to go Alcaraz in 7-4. All right. As Rinderknech serves. By the way, Alcaraz 13 wins, 8 losses in tiebreaks, 11 wins, 17 losses for Rinderknech in tiebreaks this year. So I'm going to go with Alcaraz. One love, Rinderknech. 1-0. Yeah, I got to fix all the... people are asking about, like, where's the thing and where's the other thing. It's all... I don't know what's going on. Things broke, so I got to fix them. That's what I need to do after the US Open is I need to just, like... There's a lot of things I want to just fix on the channel. There's a lot of things that are just not working the way I would like them to. So I just got to... That's part of my list of things that I will do. Is try and work out all of that. Make some changes. How's the weather in New York? It's lovely. 1-0. Seems lovely. All right, Alcaraz with the fault second serve. There's a return. Goes to the forehand of Alcaraz, but he puts it in the net. He went for a serve volley. Rinderknech hit a great return. And Alcaraz just couldn't get the ball back over. Okay. Two-one Rinderknech. She gets the break. What are those shirts on the wall? They are the Alcaraz winning Grand Slam winning jerseys. I've collected all 5 so far. All right, serve. Oh, it's a double fault from Rinderknech, and we're back on serve 2-2. 2-all. Two all. As Rinderknech shows a let. And then he serves a fault. Second serve. Serve to the forehand of Alcaraz. Rinderknech forehand to the backhand of Alcaraz. Rinderknech forehand again to the forehand of Alcaraz. Rinderknech with the volley. Alcaraz with the pass. Oh, what a shot. He was going to go with a lob, and Rinderknech was like, I'm going to be ready for it. But instead, I had to show this on the board. This was so sneaky and so nobody would have done this. This is a Federer-like IQ shot, right? Rinderknech is at the net. Alcaraz is here. Rinderknech was here. My bad. Rinderknech was here, right? He comes to the net. Alcaraz could go over the top. He could go down the line. He could hit it cross court. Instead, he does like a forehand flick, half volley, cross court winner. And Rinderknech was not expecting that shot. He was expecting it to go down the line or over the top. And Alcaraz is like, no, I'm just going to do a little that's what Federer did so well. Just like a little, like you're going to think that it's going to be this, or this, but it's going to be this. Like the last possible shot that Alcaraz could have hit, Rinderknech was expecting, and he wasn't expecting at all. Again, that is why the Federer comparisons, like that's something that, like, he does things that nobody would think to do, but he also executes them like nobody else can. Right? Roger Federer. Federer used to do things that only he could do, but also nobody would even think to do because it was just so absurd. 4-2. Beautiful shot by Alcaraz. And he might be the only person in the world that can do that on purpose. 4-2 Alcaraz. As a return goes out by Rinderknech, or goes in the net, by Rinderknech, and it's 5-2 Alcaraz. 5-2. The artist, the magician. Exactly. That's it. All those words describe Roger and Carlos. You can't teach that shot. Like, that's not something like, oh, in this situation, do that shot. Like, Juan Carlos Ferrero didn't teach him to do that. He made that up himself. He made that up. Only he thought that out of his own head. It was improvisation. That was a creative thing. That's not in a playbook. 5-2. Back air return goes to the back of the Rinderknech, goes down the line. But long, Alcaraz has got 6-2. And 4 set points to take the first set. 6-2. Alcaraz. A bit of fault. Second serve. In the back of Alcaraz, forehand Rinderknech. As Alcaraz forehand. Again to the front of Rinderknech. Alcaraz on the stretch, goes in the net, and that's one save. 6-3. Compare Sinner to Djokovic. Okay. 6-3. Well, that's the difference between Alcaraz and Sinner, right? That's a big difference, is that Sinner goes for the percentage shot. And executes it perfectly, right? That's what Sinner does. He is analytical, strategic. Yes, he can be creative and he does do some things, but he's more by the book than Alcaraz. As that goes out on the forehand from Rinderknech, and there's the first set. Alcaraz takes it, 7-6. Because also, the thing is, you could be, look at Kyrgios, right? He kind of goes about his own way, but you can also have bad things happen when you do that, right? When you don't follow, you might, we're seeing this with Alcaraz. This is, he will do those crazy shots, and we're like, oh my God, what a shot. But also, he'll make some players that have that creative, thinking, will do the wrong shot at the wrong time. They won't go for the easy shot. They'll make it hard on themselves by not just hitting the regulation shot. That shot, it had to be like that. I mean, otherwise Rinderknech was probably going to win the point. So Alcaraz, seeing that there was an opening, doing a half volley swat forehand when Rinderknech was thinking maybe it was going to be a lob or a passing shot down the line. Whereas Sinner, he probably goes for a more regulation cross-court forehand or down the line forehand on the stretch, right? And Rinderknech is there. So it's really fun to watch, but you also got to make sure you don't do that all the time, because then you're going to start doing silly shots for no reason, and it could backfire. But Alcaraz doing that, I mean, it was not many players can do that on purpose. Like, some players might get lucky. I mean, he did it was ridiculous. Okay. First set in the bag. Carlos has good instincts, very entertaining. Oh, yeah. Prime Alcaraz is stronger than Prime Sinner, but Prime Strom is closer from his best to keeps it going longer. I think that's a good assessment. We've said this all along, right? Over the last 12 months, Alcaraz is a better all-round player, has more options, has more weapons, seems like he's at his best, and we've seen it against Sinner, at his best is better. But at the moment, Sinner is more consistent at his highest level. He'll play that high level consistently more often than Alcaraz, which is why we get matches where Alcaraz, plays 5 sets when we don't expect it and stuff like that. But if Alcaraz does, and look, the thing with Alcaraz, right, it's like, do you want him to be as consistent as Sinner? Because that's going to take away some of those flair shots and some of those creative shots, because consistency will be about, doing the right thing, right shot at the right time, right? And Sinner seems to do the right shot at the right time all the time. So if Alcaraz tries to be more consistent like that, are we going to lose some of that fun that we love to watch by Alcaraz? And in the end, is it going to make him better, or is it going to make him, like he said he likes to have fun out there. He likes to enjoy the sport. Will taking the fun out of it and being more like, do this, will he not like to do that and he not have fun? And then we won't get the same Alcaraz because it's not what he's about. So Alcaraz might have a higher level at their best when Sinner's more consistent, but will Alcaraz be more consistent but we'll lose the fun? Like, I don't know. Or we'll lose the, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, if Alcaraz is as consistent as Sinner and has the same game as he has, unbeatable. Nobody beats this guy. How can he? I mean, still, he is already unbeatable, but it makes it even harder, right? 30 love. But then look at someone like Roger, right? Roger was very much like Alcaraz when it came to like options, but he refined it to be like, okay, right time, right place, right shot, and became that like, Sinner machine, plus he could do all those things. I don't know if Alcaraz becomes like a robot machine type would make it better for him. I feel like he would start not liking the sport. And that would not be good for any of us. Hey, thank you, Kyung, for the 10 gifted. Appreciate that. Thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Congratulations to those who won the memberships. Appreciate that. All right, Alcaraz one love. He had an almost perfect season, but he lost the Barcelona final when he was injured. Are you talking about Alcaraz? Are you talking about the clay, or are you talking about general? Because he has had losses at the start of the year too that would not... The clay season though, yeah. He was untouchable on the clay. Depends on how long he wants to have a career. Federer managed to have a long career by conserving energy. Yes. All right, 15 love. All right, beautiful. Second serve. Second serve. The forehand of Alcaraz. Alcaraz hits it out. 30 love. Love. There's a return. Goes in the net. It's 40 love. Alcaraz is 18-0 when he wins the first set at US Open. Something Sinner should be worried about, or even Lehechka. 40 love. That's a hell of a record. 40 love. Who's going to fault second serve? Second serve. And the forehand of Alcaraz back in now from Rinderknech. Goes in the net. And it's 40-15. As Rinderknech holds 1-1. I think Carlos is the most naturally talented player ever. God, that's so hard for me to say because I haven't watched every player ever. So I'm sure there are names that you could mention also, but yeah. Close, but it's Federer. It's so hard to say. We have to wait until Alcaraz retires and then we can compare, right? But I mean, look. $15 love. Is it a 4 now from Alcaraz? The 4 of Rinderknech. Back into Alcaraz. Passing shot winner. 30 love. 30 love. All right. 30 love. As Alcaraz gets a 40 love. As we get a fault, second serve. Seven in the back end of Rinderknech. That goes out in the return. And it's 2-1 Alcaraz in the second. Okay. 2-1 Alcaraz. All right, what else is going on? How is Townsend and Krejcikova? They just started 1-0. 1-0. Krejcikova. On serve, though. So, yeah, I'm just trying to think what we're going to do. So, we've got, as always, and I don't mind, like, I don't know if you care, but I don't mind there being a massive gap between day and night sessions. Like, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think the worst thing that's happened in recent slams is that the night session starts an hour or two late and then everything goes to shit. So I don't mind that they've kind of like done this. It just does create a void when there's like quick matches though. That does suck. There's like a 3-hour gap or 2-hour gap. So hopefully when this finishes, we can then watch maybe Fritz versus Mahach into the night session, or because we've got 4 hours to the night session. So all of this match goes for another 2 hours and then we can kind of fill in the time. We've got Sabalenka tonight as well. So yeah. Yeah, the next couple of days are going to be kind of weird. The schedule is probably going to come out in a second as well, right? But then after tomorrow's the last time we have to like juggle. And then after tomorrow, we watch everything. I think the quarterfinals start earlier too, right? Oh, so start later, right? Don't the quarterfinals start at like 1 o'clock every day? I think Mahach can take it to him, but he can't. But can keep up physically? Can he keep up physically? Yeah. Fritz Mahach will be a great match. Yeah, I'm keen to watch that match. It just depends on what happens with Townsend and Krejcikova. Tomorrow, by the way, speaking of tomorrow, we've got Sinner versus Bublik. I'm going to guess that's probably at night. Yeah, that's probably a night match. Unless he wants to play during the day. But Bublik played last night, so I'm sure they want to give him time. And then tomorrow, Gauff versus Osaka. That's a night match. If that's not during the night, I will be very surprised. And then also Swiatek Alexandrova. We've got Mukova versus Kostyuk. And Hadajmaya versus Anisimova. Munar versus Musetti. Demonor versus Reedy. Rublev FAA. Chat, you know what I'm going to say? Because I know there's not going to be an opportunity. Like it's either was today or tomorrow. Tomorrow we might have a chill day. I can only see 3 matches that I'm like, we got to watch them. So tomorrow we might just take it a little easy for that one day. Because then after that, we're watching everything. We get crazy. So 40-15. Alcaraz with the slice in the forehand of Rinderknech. Alcaraz backhand on the stretch. Goes wide. And it's 2-0. Yeah, so Sinner Bublik, must watch. Gauff, Osaka, must watch. Swiatek, we always watch. The other matches are like... Depends on the schedule. If the schedule's shit, then we'll watch more tennis. But I have a feeling tomorrow night it's going to be Gauff, Osaka versus, and then versing each other. And then we've got... and then Sinner as well. Sinner Bublik's going to be tomorrow night. It has to be. Unless Sinner says otherwise. There is also a chance we might go to Mexico. Just saying. You've been warned. 15 love. Not Mexico, sorry. Wherever the hell the challenges are played. Also, we've got to keep an eye on Venus because we might watch Venus in the doubles at some point this week. We got to keep track of her time. So we might... I don't want... If she plays tomorrow and we watch tomorrow... Maybe watch Venus tomorrow. With Fernandez and... Fernandez. Already created the name. Thoughty Love. Fernandez. They're probably. I think they're playing tomorrow, right? We might watch them at some point. Hopefully, but if tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Vela, is that what they're calling him? Vela. That's not bad. 3-2 Alcaraz in the second. Vela. Okay. I can get on board with that. Yeah. So I just got to figure it out. I hope you'd watch Novak at the Athens Open in November. Awesome stadium. Yeah, we'll probably watch him, yeah. We watch all Djokovic matches, so yeah, we'll probably watch him at the end of the year in Greece, which could be his final event of the season because he might not play after that. Osaka would be great, but still stiff competition to come. Oh, yeah. Osaka's got to, playing golf is going to be tough tomorrow, you know? If that's not on tomorrow night, that would be insane. Unless what they could do is they could put it on tomorrow afternoon because it's a holiday, right? And then they maybe put on Anisimova at night after Sinner and Bublik. I could see that happening. And then Swiatek would play on court Louis Armstrong. Remember 2022? When the globalist monsters and their minions wouldn't let Nole play at the AO and the US Open. Yes, we remember the 2022. It was... yeah. It wasn't fair, we know. But also, globalist is such a word. Globalist monster. It was 3 years ago. He still won more slams than anybody else and he became the GOAT anyway. So, it should be a... Chat, the internet's a weird place. If it's a holiday tomorrow, isn't afternoon prime time? Well, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe they put Goff on in the afternoon instead. Alcaraz with a lovely winner, by the way. Love 30. We still haven't had any breaks. Would have been 25 or 26. Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe he would have won 24 and still had trouble winning the next one. Look at Serena. She broke the record, open era record, and she couldn't get to the next one. So maybe he would have got to 24 and struggled anyway. We never know. But also, Alcaraz hits a winner. Love 40. Love 40. Love 40. Love 40. As we had a volley from Rinderknech, that's a good pickup, but Alcaraz with a backhand. Then a drop volley, Rinderknech too good. He saves one, 15-40. Are these the first break points of the day? They are. Holy shit. That's pretty impressive by both. All right, 15-40. Oh my God. See, this is why we can't have nice things. Somebody comes in and says one thing, and then everyone thinks that's permission to go on about their global politics, and nobody cares. We don't care. Just keep it to yourself. It's, It doesn't matter. We're watching a sport. Let's enjoy. Alcaraz hit the smash and he breaks for the first time today. This is not the forum for complaining about the world, all right? The world's bad enough. We don't need to talk about it here. This is a place I come here to forget, all right? I come to this stream and use this as an escape from my real life. So I don't want to come in here and be reminded how shit the world is. And I don't think anybody else does either. So please don't come in here and... I know, Djokovic didn't get to play. Okay, that sucks. But it opens the door to people that think it's okay now to talk about everything that's happening in the world and all the bad things. And I don't want to talk about any of them. I want to keep my head in the sand while we stream. This is a bubble, and it's protective. We're protected here. There's enough. You want to go watch, you want to go hear about shit, go on Twitter, go watch the TV or something. I don't know. Not here. Come on. We're here to forget that stuff. Four and a 4 rally. Alcaraz to the break. 4-2. Yeah, keep it positive. 15 love. The world's dark enough. It's heavy enough. We don't need to bring that into here, into this rainbow and sunshine. There's enough bad shit going on. We don't need to be reminded. Tennis. 15 love. Oh, Townsend breaks. Nice. Let's keep an eye on that match. No, it's all right, Rennie. I know you were just saying, I know. It's just that then other people who are holding their tongue think that that's like the green light. That's the thing. You're just talking about Djokovic. That's fine. You didn't mean anything by it, but it's other people that are sitting back being like, yes, here we go. Now I can say everything that I've been trying to say. And I don't want to talk to those people. 15 hole. As Alcaraz serves. A fault, second serve. Second serve. Oh, double fault. 15-30. Is Alcaraz's leg okay? Yeah. I know in the last match he had treatment, but I think that was precautionary. He hasn't got any strapping or anything, so yeah, I think he's okay. He's all good. Drop shot Alcaraz. Rinderknech gets it with the slice, but it hits it out. 30-0. By the way, Chad, I went to the thrift last week. And I saw this lamp that was like a desk lamp. There was like a mechanical, and it was $10, and I was going to get it, and I was like, nah, what am I going to do with this? But if I go back this week, I might get it. It was kind of sick. It was like this huge, like, industrial desk lamp. Like, it was like on a hinge, and then it had like, it was $10, and I was like, I don't want to get this. I do love lamps, apparently. 30-40. Breakpoint Rinderknech for the first time today. So I left it, but I feel like if I go to the thrift this week and it's there, I got to get it now because it's like it was waiting to be. I have to get it. It was waiting for me to pick it back up. 4-4 rally. Alcaraz saves it with a 4-1 win across court. We get the deuce. If it's not there, then it's gone to a happy place, a happy home. But it was kind of sick. And I was like, that's kind of cool. But I'm like, I'll make room for it somewhere. I love the lamp that I found the other day. I just got to find a place to put it. It's so cool. I need a reading chair, Chad. I need to create a corner of in my house where I can put a chair and a book stand and a lamp, and that's where I'm going to play Game Boy, and that's where I'm going to listen to music, and that's where I'm going to read books. I'm going to have like a little corner. That's what I'm going to do. That's my plan. I just need the chair. Alcaraz with an ace out wide, back to deuce. I'm thinking of like a 1970s, like one of those wooden carved, like those really like those curved wooden armrests. I saw two at a thrift store the other week, but it's gone now. And they were like blue velvet, and I was like, "Ooh, they're nice," but they were like $80 each, and I didn't want to get both of them. Ace on the tee. Alcaraz advantage. So I'm also on the lookout for a reading chair. Why would we bring the ghost of Zverev back? He's back. He's here. We only had the ghost of Zverev when he was injured. Anyways, good serving Alcaraz. Backhand goes down the line now to the front of Rinderknech. Rinderknech hits it wide, and it's 5-2. It's probably gone if you really want it. Get it, I've learned. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like with the lamp that I got, the one that's like got this kind of like Art Deco style, that one, I initially was not going to get it. And I left the thrift and I went to another thrift store. But then I just kept thinking about like, I need like this lamp, like it's $25. And I was like, oh, do I want it? And then I went to another thrift store and I'm like, okay. And I do this a lot. I go, if I'm 50-50 on something, I'll go to another store. And then I'm like, okay, if I don't find anything in this store, I'll go back and get it. And I went to this other thrift store and I found like one thing and I was like, I found like a DVD and I was like, all right, I'll go back and get the light. So then I went back and got it. And luckily it was still there like, 20 minutes later. This one I was more like, I don't need a desk lamp, but it's kind of cool. Like it's a mechanical, like it's a real like industrial thing. And I was like, it's kind of cool. So if I went to the thrift and it's gone, I wouldn't be sad. That lamp that I bought, the Art Deco one, if I didn't get that, if I had left that, I would have been thinking about it going, I should have got it. This other light, I'm like, if I go and it's gone, it's fine. But yeah, I definitely know that like if you like something at the thrift, you have to get it. Like if you don't get it, somebody else will, and you can never find it again. But now I'm on the lookout for like a 70s reading chair. And I need like a little book stand, maybe, where I can put the lamp on. Part of the reason I joined the chat is to hear about camp shopping. It's not shopping, it's treasure hunting. I don't go shopping. Do you go to yard sales or garage sales in Australia? No, I don't have time. But I want to go to them more in the spring, which is now. People usually don't do those in winter, so I just got to wait for when people start spring cleaning. Usually in like October, just before Christmas, people like to get rid of all their shit. So that's when I'm going to start like, and now that I have time because we won't be watching as much tennis, I can go to like yard sales. Because I'm sure that's where the really fun stuff is. 30 love. Are car boot sales a thing in Australia? Where everyone's from? There are sometimes. 30 love. The return goes to the back of Rinderknech. Alcaraz forehand slice. Rinderknech puts up a lob. Alcaraz with a smash. Is a winner. 30-15. 30-15. I had a friend from Australia come to the US to fill up a container full of antiques to send back to Australia. Much better pickings here. Yeah, America seems to have... Well, you guys have like... How many? Like, we got 25 million people here. You have 300 million people in America. So there's more people, right? More people means more things. But then also... I think the culture is a little different in America, where people get rid of things more, like replace things a lot quicker than we do in Australia. As that goes out by Rinderknech 30-all. Like, it's obviously not just like, maybe it's a generational thing, but it seems like there's a lot more people that, like, I always find like Instagram accounts that find things on the street all the time, and I'm like, we don't have any of that. We have like people put things out on the street sometime to get rid of, but usually they try and sell them or they donate them. But like, I see people just finding like the coolest stuff on the side of the road. I'm like, what? What the hell? Where the hell is that stuff here? Or people just hold on to their stuff. They don't try and get rid of it. Anyway, smash from Rinderknech is too good. That's 40-30. Like, they just keep it in their shed or their garage and don't and just leave it there to get dust. But if I went to America, I couldn't take any of that stuff with me because that's a lot of postage. Also, apparently in America, it's really you can't ship anything from America now. Or to America, it's expensive. Rinderknech, I think, went for the underarm serve and missed it. The crowd went wild. Yeah, Rinderknech going for the cheeky underarm. That would have been an ace too because Alcaraz was so far back. And the crowd went, ooh, but he missed it. Anyways, deuce. Vintage clown Alcaraz. What are you talking about? He's literally winning. All right. Alcaraz hits it wide on the return. It's advantage Rinderknech. Also, Townsend's up 5-1. Damn. Also, thank you, TJ, for the 21 months. Appreciate that. Krejcikova looks terrible, does she? Or is it just the score looks terrible? All right, advantage Rinderknech. As the return goes out by Alcaraz, and Rinderknech holds 5-3. Alcaraz is going to serve her a 2-set-to-love lead. Oh, that hurt. I'm watching the match. Krejcikova looks terrible. Oh, okay. Does she look like injured or just playing bad? Townsend is playing with such confidence. Oh, yeah. Pegula Townsend's a fun matchup, too. All right, serving to the forehand of Rinderknech. Alcaraz comes down with a volley, but Rinderknech gets with the forehand pass. Love 15. Love 15. Love 15. She looks hindered and making a lot of errors, but Townsend looks solid. Okay. So Townsend playing super well, but Krejcikova not doing a normal thing. All right, first serve is a fault by Alcaraz. Second serve. Serving the backhand of Rinderknech. Backhand from Alcaraz. And Rinderknech backhand in the net. 15-all. 15-all. Alcaraz serves again. An ace. 30-15. 30-15. Serve again. Another ace. Jeez. Carlos the serve bot. 40-15. Alcaraz for a 2 sets to love lead. Chat, what are your hobbies? Does anyone have any hobbies besides watching tennis? Serve. Into the 400 Rinderknech goes wide. 2 sets to love. Alcaraz, 7-6, 6-3. Who's got interesting hobbies? I want to know your hobbies. I feel like one of my hobbies has now become treasure hunting for antiques. I am that guy. I am that person. I should start a YouTube channel. Maybe I will. Eating is your hobby? Well, your name is Food Lover, so that makes sense. That's consistent. On brand. Driving, surfing, playing tennis, ballroom dancing competitively. Ooh, nice. Art, video games, watching YouTube. Hey, that's fair. Entertainment that's what it's there for. Snooker, nice. My puppy, nice. Surfing and table tennis, travel, and allotment gardening. Okay. Sleeping is your hobby? Nice. Pickleball, playing chess. I write, paint, and go to the gym training. Nice. Cars are your hobby? Football competitively? Nice. Java development. Hey, nice. Coding and programming. Handball, building Lego. Scuba diving, playing pool, woodworking. Nice. Love that. I wish I had a workshop. That's what I want. I want a workshop. Scrapbooking. I play chess and watch other sports. Coaching tennis and day trading stocks. Wow. Watching Formula One. Hey, Izzy, welcome back. Tennis and chess. Analyzing weather, cooking, exercise, Rubik's Cube, speed solving. That's cool. Wood turning. Climb mountains, conduct orchestras, cure diseases, and lie what I do. So you have no hobbies. Okay. Your hobby is being a troll. 5 grandchildren. Nice. Get to hang out with them. I play contemporary music and Balinese. I don't know what that word is. Mine is fishing, watching tennis, singing, and working out. Cool. A nice balance. Cycling. I also play bocce. Hey, nice. I solve Rubik's Cubes too, but not that fast enough. Gaming, singing, antiquing. Playing CS2. I don't know what that is. Is that Counter-Strike? I play piano at home, hunting. I broke my personal record of time to solve a Rubik's Cube. 6 months. Nice. I'm a day trader, but by the way, professional for trust funds. Cool. We're not, okay, hang on. We're talking about hobbies, not work. But that might, hey, your work might be a hobby. That's how this channel started. Like it was a hobby, and then it's become my job. Singing, a lot of people singing. A lot of singers in the chat. Aviation, playing tennis, taking care of my 2014 Hyundai. Golf. Sleeping and reading novels, nice. Yoga, cool. Good variety. I feel like it's a lot of hobbies that are like exercise or artistic or, good variety. Software development, but I like making side projects outside of it too. Nice. Yeah, I mean, your hobbies don't have to be totally different to your work. If you love what you do, then why not do it in your spare time? If you like it. Anyways, good drop shot there from Rinderknech, 30-0. Playing bass, nice. Photography, love that. All right, 30 all. Serve to the forehand of Alcaraz. Rinderknech comes to the net with a volley. Alcaraz with the forehand passing shot, though. Too good. Too good. If you don't hit the volley away, Alcaraz will make you pay. And it's true because it rhymes. All right, 30-40. Break point. Alcaraz first game of the third. I mean, Rinderknech just didn't do enough with it. He hit it straight down the middle. Alcaraz had all the time in the world, and he's never going to miss that. 30-40. I like going to museums. Nice. All right, 30-40. As a return, goes long by Alcaraz just. And we get the deuce. Watching K-dramas? Nice. Sport fishing? Nice. Watching Nigerian movies and doing crossword puzzles? Nice. All right, deuce. As we ace out wide, advantage Rinderknech. Yeah, chat, my hobbies are going to... Thrifting is definitely a hobby. I love traveling. But I also love watching movies and listening to music. Yeah. What else do? I do love to draw and be creative and build stuff, and yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. All right. Traveling is so fun. I'm going to England in 2 weeks. That's awesome. Enjoy that. All right. Boa Townsend, 6-1 first set. 6-1 first set. Hey, the Rockies are playing. They just started. All right. Rinderknech in the net. 15 love. How do you find time to do all that when you're streaming? That's exactly right. Exactly. Usually between like April. Usually between like March and now, it's pretty hectic, and I don't have time because I sleep all day and stay up all night. But I have found in the last couple of weeks that this time zone is much better, because I'll wake up at midnight, I'll stream the whole night, and then I'll get to like, if we finish at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon for my time, then I have like a couple of hours to go and do stuff. And then by the time I go to bed, everything shuts. So it actually works out pretty well. Whereas in Europe, Australian Open and Australian Summer sucks because I can't do anything, right? Unless I go to the shops at like 9 a.m., the Australian Open starts at like 11. So by the time I'm like, I've got to stream like all day and all night. And then by the time I wake up the next day, it's like 10 a.m. and I can't do anything anyway. I don't like doing things before stream. I like doing things after stream. And then during the European circuit, I go to bed at like 9 and I wake up at like 4 or 5 p.m. So I miss the whole day. So this time zone is actually good. It's good like in the middle. And I've had more time since Wimbledon to actually go outside and do some activities. As that goes out by Alcaraz, 30 all. Which I'm learning is important. 30 all. Townsend isn't up a break in the second. It's on serve. Yeah. She's up a set, though. Yeah. When do I walk my dog? I walk my dog. There's plenty of time. I just can't go do things. Like walking my dog for like around the block is easy. Do that anytime. 40-30. Because of the forehand winner. It's going and do. I mean, the shops aren't open at 3 a.m. and there's not too many activities to do at that time. Anyways, 40-30. Alcaraz hits a winner, 1-1. 1-1. How many hobbies is Tennis Channel for you? How many hobbies is Tennis Channel for you? What are you talking? What do you mean? All right. Swiatek, Sabalenka often with Gauff, Raducanu also in contention, top spots. Yeah, for sure. Do you have a garden for Mia? I have a makeshift garden, yeah. I made a garden. All right, 1-1. As with a smash from Rinderknech is a winner. And it's 15-love. But I noticed we don't have influencers in the chat as a hobby. Yeah, I don't think that is a hobby. Being an influencer is not a hobby. Is that a hobby? I feel like, what do influencers do? They go out and live their life. So I feel like if your hobby is going out and eating at nice places and going out to do nice and fun activities, that's just doing activities. That's not influencing. I don't think influencing is a hobby. That'd be if I met somebody who said, yeah, my favorite thing to do is influence. I'd be like, what? That's just but like, what do you do? Like you go outside and you take photos of your food, or you take photos of you at the beach, or take photos, at a theme park. Like, okay, you like to do those things. That's different. I think if somebody said their favorite thing to do was if their favorite hobby was being an influencer, I'd be like, I don't think you know what that is. 2-1. You could say photographer as an influencer could be a hobby. You could say photographer as an influencer. Photographer for influencers? Is that what you said? That is a hobby. Also, it could be a job. It could also be work. I feel like saying that you want to be an influencer is that's not up to you. It's like me saying, I want to, I never set out to do this as like what it is. I don't think you can. I mean, you could try. I mean, I don't understand. I don't know how you would. You would have to hope that people like you and want to hear what you and listen to you. I mean, streaming is a hobby for sure. I can definitely, like, this channel was a hobby. It started as a hobby for sure. Creating videos, tennis videos, talking about tennis, but it's not an influencer. I don't know how you could, I don't know. Influencers are it's a strange world. I watch a lot of fitness influencers. Yeah, but I don't think they started as I'm going to be an influencer. I think they started, I'm going to be a fitness person, and then they became influential. I don't know if you can. I don't know. Because I tell you, Chad, it would be so shitty if you went out and we were like, I'm going to be an influencer and I'm going to pick fitness, and you hated fitness, but you just wanted to be an influencer, so you pick fitness, and then you didn't like the fitness, but you achieved your goal, but you also didn't like what you did. That would suck. Like, if you don't, you know what I mean? That would be strange. 30 Love. Is Ice Show Speed an influencer? Well, he's a streamer who is influential. For sure. But again, I don't think he started, like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he did. But I don't think people start things with the goal of being an influencer. I mean, I don't know how that would work. And I think the people that do that don't become that because they don't know what they want to do. Unless you know, like, I want to be an influencer in this particular space, but then they do that thing because they love that thing, you know? And then it just so happens that they become, like, influential in that space, right? Such a weird world. Anyways, 2-0. 2 games all. Popular content creators in a myriad of genres become influencers. Yeah. I'm not saying that influencers are not a thing. I'm just saying I don't know if it's a hobby. It's not a hobby. What's your hobby? No, being an influencer is your job at that point. If you're successful, I guess. I don't know how you... I mean, maybe... I think the activities that you do as an influencer are the hobby. Right? The things that you're trying to influence people in is what you like, and that's the hobby. That's your thing. Right? I don't know. It's a weird... I don't understand it. Anyways, 2-0. Osaka's the net by Alcaraz on the backhand. 15 love. Influencers won't last. How do they maintain over time? Well, yeah, I mean, the internet's so new, and this social media world is still pretty new. There's no guarantee. There's no longevity. You have to fast forward 30 years and then go, oh yeah, well, you know, YouTube's still around and blah, blah, blah. Like, none of the Instagram, like, platforms change, things change. 30 love. As a default second serve, the term influencer is dumb anyways. Yeah, I mean, it's a strange one. Like, it shouldn't be... I don't think that should be something that you should strive to be. You should strive to be the best in what you do, and then maybe that becomes... Then you become influencing in... I don't know. 40 love. Chat, you think I'd know what this is, seeing as I'm on social media, but that's... clearly not the case. 3-2. No, influencing itself is not a hobby. Rather, it is an act. And the ability to influence people and opinions and behaviors. However, the practice of becoming an influencer can be viewed in different ways. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like, I don't think, again, if I met a regular person, right, just one of us, right, and somebody's like, oh, what do you do on the weekends? Oh yeah, I'm an influencer. I like to influence. That's my hobby. I'd be like, but like, what do you what do you do for that? That's the interesting thing. I don't care if you're like, oh, I'm trying to be an influencer. You're like, in what? Like, that's the things that you do on the weekend are the hobby, or the things that you do in this, you know what I mean? I feel like, yeah, being an influencer, I don't know. I'm sick of saying that word now. Anyways, it's this weird word. I thought about streaming occasionally, but only because I love it. I tell you, it's not for the. It's not easy. The internet is a minefield. You're building a platform. You're building not an yeah. Wait, what are you talking about? Me or talking about in general? I'm going to say this to my friends after a few drinks. I like to influence. Okay, that sounded creepy. 3-2. As the return goes into the forehand of Alcaraz, Rinderknech slice as Alcaraz forehand is a winner. That's 15 love. I know an influencer and they spend 5 hours a day making reels, etc. Yeah, but I would say that person is a content creator. And I feel like they get confused. People think they're the same thing. Creating something from scratch is influencing people is just, that's not, I don't know if that's it's a skill, I guess, but I feel like if that person's making 5 hours of reels a day, they're creating something. They've got an idea and they're filming it and then they're editing it and they're putting it out there. That's doing something, right? That's working at something. Going to a restaurant and taking a photo that's not the same. But I think people get it confused and I don't like calling myself any of those things because I'm a streamer. Really. I stream and I watch tennis and I talk about tennis. Why are we talking about influencers? Because we're talking about hobbies. And somebody mentioned it. And this match is just chugging along. But yeah, I would call that person a content creator because that person's creating something to put on the internet. Whereas taking a photo of you that's not, I don't know. I don't feel like there's much skill in that, especially if you're not already influential, and you've got no influence, and then you're just going around taking photos of your life. I don't know. It's a weird world. I don't know. Maybe it does. Anyway, there's a lot more other things you could do with your time if. I feel like it's such a lottery, one of those, like, it's like, oh, I want to be a famous person. You're like, okay, well, that's not like that. Okay. How do you do that? No idea. It's just maybe influencer is like the new word for famous. Like that's like I'm trying to understand this. Being an influencer is the new, like, people that try and strive for that is just strive for fame. But instead of being like, I'm trying to be famous, it's like, I'm trying to be an influencer. It's the same thing, right? Right? But like people that are famous, most of them are doing things like actors and stuff. They're doing the movie and the job. And then that comes with it. I don't know. 30 love. I think I'm officially old. 30 love. I think I just think I officially crossed that line. And now I'm officially old. And I'm out of touch. I don't understand. 30-15. Let's get back to this match. We went on a detour for 20 minutes. Townsend breaks in the second. Ooh. 30 love. There's a bit of serving volley, but no volley required. 40 love. Let's influence this match. Yeah. I don't have any influence on this match. This match is just playing, and I'm just going to talk about it. I have never had any influence on any match ever. Nothing that I have said on the stream has ever changed the course of a match. Remember that. Ever. There's no such thing as curses. 40-15. We're gonna start. We're gonna change the word from curse to influence. All right, because that sounds nicer. But what about the curse? You mean the influence? Okay. 40-30. That's why we're gonna spin it now. I influenced the match. 30. As Rinderknech serves. And Alcaraz hits it out. All right. Rinderknech holds. He stays in front in the third. Almost cursed the Paul match last night. Yeah, but I definitely didn't. Remember? Nothing happened, but I didn't do it. Do not influence the timeout. Well, don't say crazy things. And you won't get timed out. No one gets anywhere on social media unless they have talent for it. Yeah, I mean, look. Social media is fun, you know. 2 hours played, by the way. Social media is fun. Enough with the influencers. Yeah, let's move on. I agree. It's a confusing, weird world, and I don't think we got anywhere with the with the conversation. We're talking about hobbies. We're talking about hobbies. What about the hobbies? What's your hobby? Cam Curse has a ring to it. You can't change the name. I can. I can influence the change to the name. All right. All right, here we go. By the way, we will be watching Fritz. I should have kept this topic for the Fritz match because people are bringing up his partner is a tennis influencer. But I mean, I don't know what she did before that. But we should have kept it for that. Damn it. Anyways, we're going to be watching Fritz next because we've got 3 hours until later. Oh. Okay. Pause. We will wait for that because we'll see how this. If Alcaraz goes 4, which could still happen, we might not watch it because I'm like 3 hours. But if he starts and it's 2.5 hours, I don't think Fritz is going to play 2.5 hours unless Mahatch is injured. We'll wait. We'll hold off on that. I'm not promising anything. There's no promises because I don't know if this might go 4. You never know. Rinderknech could steal it. 15 love. Is it a 4-4 rally? Alcaraz the passing shot winner, though. 30 love. Yeah, because Djokovic starts in 3 hours, and I don't really want to watch. We're going to probably watch Sabalenka during Djokovic at this rate. But, yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to do a doubleheader for Djokovic if I can avoid it. 30 love. Serve and volley Alcaraz as Rinderknech goes wide on the backhand pass, and it's 40 love. 40 love. Happy birthday to Anisimova. Hey, happy birthday to Anisimova. Oh, yeah, it's Andy Roddick's birthday. Oh, yesterday. Well, belated birthday. Happy birthday to him. 40 love. Alcaraz on the stretch goes in the net. It's 40-15. $40-15. Alcaraz level the third. And he hits another great serve. All right, 4-all. Alcaraz 2 games away from the quarterfinals without dropping a set. When was the last time that happened? I've just realized what I've said. It's not my fault if he loses this set. I'm not taking the blame. I'm not taking the blame. If Alcaraz loses this set, it's on him. It's not on me. It's not on me. If Alcaraz loses this set, that is not on me. Rinderknech serves a fault. Second serve. Serving the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand Rinderknech to the forehand of Alcaraz. Rinderknech forehand on the stretch. Alcaraz forehand again to the forehand of Rinderknech as Alcaraz goes down the line. Rinderknech backhand cross. Alcaraz gets it with the slice. Into the forehand of Rinderknech, who hits it in the net. Love 15. I will, however, take all the credit for if he wins in straight sets. Because I picked it, all right? I said Alcaraz would win in straights and there'll be a tiebreak. So I am claiming that. This week's US Open has not been a good one for me, so I'm not for predictions. So I'm gonna claim it and I'm gonna put it on my resume. Tennis score predictor one time. Love 15. Alcaraz with a lob. Rinderknech with a volley. Alcaraz gets it though. And hits a winner cross court. Rinderknech hit a good volley, but Alcaraz knew where it was going. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. All right, serve again. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Turn goes back into Rinderknech. Alcaraz the fine passing shot. Winner again. You can't come to the net against Alcaraz. You can't do it. All right. Love 40. Yo.
Carl from Laverstoke, UK Heart.
Thank you for the $1. Appreciate that. Love 40. Love 40. 7 to the front of Alcaraz. Alcaraz in the net. On the return, 15-40. By the way, Krejcikova gets back on serve. So that's interesting. All right, 15-40. What was Zverev thinking when he said he's here to spoil the party? 15-40. I don't know. As we return from Alcaraz, into the back of Rinderknech. Alcaraz slice. Into the forehand of Rinderknech. As Alcaraz with a forehand again to the forehand of Rinderknech. Alcaraz again with a forehand. Into the forehand of Rinderknech. And Rinderknech hits it long. Rinderknech gets broken. And it's 5-4. Alcaraz going to serve for the match. Chat, this is probably... I'm not saying it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it until it's over. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself for 5 minutes. Don't say it. Do not say it. I will not say it. I will talk about it after the match is over. Cam, something tells me you would be happy if Sasha would win a slam. What would tell you that? The fact that I said it, or just what would tell you that? I think a lot of people, we talked about this yesterday. We talked about it yesterday about how I think a lot of people would be happy for Zverev, considering how much shit he's gone through, losing these matches and losing these finals and heartbreaks on the court, Except for David, who said nobody wants him to win a slam. So there you go. But I think a lot of people yesterday, we were talking about it, a lot of people were like, if Zverev won a slam, they'd be like, good for you. Because he is good enough to win a slam. He should have a slam, right? I mean, he's not, it's strange that he doesn't. All right, Alcaraz serving for the match. First serve is a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Rinderknech as Alcaraz comes to the net with a volley, but didn't need to hit it. His approach was too strong. 15-love. 15-love. Serve again. There's a fault. Second serve. As a return goes in the form of Alcaraz. Here's the drop shot. Rinderknech gets it. And then Alcaraz with a lob. It's too good. 30-love. Hey, Stephen Colbert's there. And everyone saw him on the camera. It's like, they love it. That was a great reaction from him. By the way, Alcaraz is so smart. To know that, like, the percentage shot was to go for the lob, knowing that Rinderknech was going to be moving forward and, like, his weight was going forward, to then go, I'm going to hit a lob because it doesn't even have to be good. You can't get there. Most players would have gone for a passing shot, right? And maybe that gives Rinderknech a 1% chance to get the ball, but Alcaraz went for the lob where it gives a 0% chance, unless he hits a terrible lob. But even then, because Rinderknech's body weight is going so fast towards the net, to stop, turn around, run back for the lob, it's impossible. Unless it's a terrible lob. And then maybe Rinderknech has a half shot, but that's so smart. It was such a smart, obvious percentage play. Because there was no chance Rinderknech was getting, and he was not tall enough to leap for it, so good. Anyways, 40-15. Like, I know we say Alcaraz has high IQ, but like that point shows what that means, you know? Like how smart, like he goes, I'm not, like there's no doubt I'm going to win this point. If you get that ball back, I'm still going to win it. Like there's no shot you got. Unless I miss it, which is not going to happen. Anyways, 40-15. Match points, Alcaraz. Second serve. To the back of Rinderknech, return in the net. And Carlos wins. I tell you, Chad, he shaved his head, and it's worked. He has not dropped a set. And I don't remember the last time he's gone to a quarterfinal of a slam looking this good. He doesn't, like, yeah, he played a tiebreak, but he dominated the tiebreak. He hasn't looked like he's in trouble at all. I don't even know if he's been broken. Has he been broken once, maybe? For the entire tournament? I mean, this might be the best Alcaraz has been ever. Because the consistency is what we talk about. Like, oh, sometimes he has siestas and he dips and blah, blah, blah. Like, he has not done any of that. Like, there's been no blip. Besides maybe getting broken once. I mean, that's crazy. That's scary for everybody else, you know? And now he plays Lehechka in the next round, which is going to be a really fun match. They played a good match at Queen's Club a couple of months ago. Tadiri got one of the breaks. Yeah, Tadiri broke in the middle of that second set, right? But other than that, he's been flawless. Laura, there is no camp curse. What are you talking about? Don't know what you mean. There is no curse. What's with the golf swing celebration? I think he did it in the first match because Rory McIlroy was watching, and now he's kept going with it. So, all right, Rinderknech had a good tournament. Made the fourth round of a Grand Slam, which is a big result for him. But he came up against King Carlos, and that is a whole different person. All right. Now, we wait. Townsend and Krejcikova are playing. We got 3 hours to the next match. Like I said, I want to watch Fritz Mahatch. We haven't watched Fritz at all this week, so we should probably watch. We should probably watch one of the players that might win the tournament at least once before the final. I don't think we've watched Fritz, right? Fritz, Harris, Nava, Kim. No, we haven't watched Fritz. We'll watch Fritz though, and then we will watch whatever happens next.
LFG Carlos. Vamos Carlos. So happy for the dude. He seems locked in and will need it against Lehecka. Thanks, Cam.
No worries. Thank you, Jay, for the 5. Yeah, he does look locked in. He does. He looks very, very scary right now. But Lehecka's got, he will push Alcaraz. I don't know if, again, I don't think he beats him, but definitely not to be overlooked. Sabalenka's on next? No, she's not. She's on after Fritz. Oh, did they move her match though? Wait. Did they move Sabalenka? No. Sabalenka plays after Fritz, which is tonight, pretty much. I thought they moved her. If they moved her to the Alcaraz to Arthur Ashe, we'd watch. We're watching her anyway, but I kind of hope they had moved her. Yeah. They could. I mean, they could probably move her, but then Louis Armstrong get one less match, and that's kind of not fair. But they could probably put her on 3 hours. Sabalenka matches go. I mean, against Buksha, she could probably have a 2-hour match and still finish in time. So, are we watching Fritz? I was kind of hoping Fritz would be on now, but he's not. We've got to wait for Townsend and Krejcikova. But, God, I don't know. I've got 3 hours. Because the thing is, we watch Fritz, we will definitely crash into Djokovic, and then Sabalenka straight after, so that's a doubleheader with Djokovic again. And then Vondi versus Raducanu later. I don't know. We'll watch we'll wait, because even Townsend and Krejcikova could go for another hour, and then I don't know. You know what I mean? We might. It's kind of like this Zverev FAA match where I'm like, we'll see what we do. We might watch it. I was hoping it would fill in the time, but it's not on. It's not on right now. So yeah. So I'm going to say we're not going to watch it until like we are. Watch this space. We might watch it. We just kind of need Townsend to beat Krejcikova now, and then we can watch it. Because then we'll have time to fill in a couple of hours to fill. Not many matches on Ashe. Yeah, it's been like this all week. They've done this on purpose. Schedule should be coming out though. The schedule out yet? Carlos just made his style of tennis suit the energy of the crowd. Oh yeah, they love it. Yeah, Pegula won really easily, and then Alcaraz won in 2 hours. So it's been very quick. They're probably going to chuck a double. 3 hours though. They might not put anything on Arthur Ashe. Unless they put Ram. Oh, they might put Ram on Arthur Ashe, maybe. Ram and Metic. They might put them on Arthur Ashe to fill in the time. They did that the other day when they put doubles on. They should put one of the junior matches on. Give the juniors a chance to play on center court. All right. I'm going to send you over to the Djokovic match, which is coming up in 3 hours. But also, like I said, watch this space. If Fritz Mahatch come on in the next 20 minutes, we will watch it as well. Because then we can fill in some time. And yeah, it'll crash into Djokovic. Fritz's matches don't go quick. Actually, no, that's a lie. Fritz's matches do go quick. He does serve quickly. So yeah, we'll watch Fritz Mahatch if it does start in the next half an hour. If it's an hour or two, if it's an hour and a half, if it doesn't start for 2 hours, we probably won't watch it. Because then we got Djokovic. Bad decision, Townsend. Wait, what'd you do? What happened? You don't like to put on ladder excerpts of matches. Yeah, I don't like watching matches halfway through. The only we did it the other day for what did we do it? We did it for the Rublev match because I was planning to watch that from the start, but it just didn't work out. And luckily we watched that from one set all and we got 3 more sets. Whereas if we start watching Townsend Krejcikova, we could watch 2 games. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to watch 2 games of Townsend because that's a waste. What's that for? What's the point? What are we going to learn from 2 games? We already watched Townsend the other night. We're going to watch her play Pegula if she wins. So, yeah. Is your bakery open? You should get the snack. It opens at 8. So, no. It opens in a couple of hours. Bakery's not open until later. Fritz is not beating Djokovic, okay? All right. Townsend might win in the next 5 minutes, so who knows? Krejcikova's down 4. Townsend's up 4-3. Do they sell bagels? No. But anyways, I'll send you over the Djokovic match. But again, watch this space because we might go live for Fritz if he comes on in the next 30 minutes. And if Townsend wins, and she could win in the next 10 minutes, he'll be on in 30. So, but I'll send you over the Djokovic match just to be safe. But I'll see you guys soon. Alcaraz wins 7-6, 6-3, 6-4. Very straightforward. Very easy win again. He's looked so good, Alcaraz, this week. He has looked unbelievable. Everybody else has lost a set. All the other players, all the other contenders have had their issues. He has been flawless. And he is into the quarterfinals. Play with Lehechka in a couple of days. Watch that for sure. If you're not coming back later, we'll see you in a couple of days.